everyone, this is Devansh Agnihotri and I am back with a new video on the topic the Vijayanagara Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire, or the city of victory, that we know by its name. But today we are also going to discuss about the history of the emperors of the empire and also the fort, the temples, the architecture and every detail which we know about the Vijayanagara Empire throughout. So let's begin the video. The Vijayanagara Empire was discovered by Colin Mackenzie in the 18th century, but it was there from before. The empire got its name from the city of victory, the Vijayanagara. There were many kings, but the empire was founded in the 13th century. In the mythology and the legends, the people recognize the empire by the name Hampi, or the city of Hampi, which was named after the mother goddess of the Vijayanagara, which was known as Pampa Devi. There are also legends which talk about the empire and they are written in the walls of a temple. The name of the temple is Virupaksha temple and it was the most important temple of the Vijayanagara. It is believed in the mythologies and legends that the Vijayanagara Empire was once a creation of God, the Virupaksha and Pampa Devi. In legends, it was recognized that Virupaksha was Shiva and Pampa Devi was his wife Parvati. The empire was established by two brothers, Harihara and Bukka, in 13th century, and then it moved on its legacy to many kings and many kingdoms. At its peak, it was from the Krishna river in the north, Krishna and Tungabhadra doab in the north, to the extreme south of peninsula. The empire was very vast and the most famous king which we know in the Vijayanagara was Krishnadev Raya. All the kings of the Vijayanagara were dedicated with the surname Raya. Now let's begin with the discovery of Hampi. The Hampi was discovered in 1800 by an engineer and antiquarian Colin Mackenzie, who was an employee of the English East India Company. He went to the Karnataka state in India and found that there is a lost state, there is a lost empire, which was known as the Karnataka Samrajyamu in the Kannada language. He also prepared the first survey map of the area and started the archaeological survey of that area to find that what was the empire about and who were its kings. The first information he got was from the memories of the priest of the Virupaksha temple and shrines of Pampa Devi. He also visited many places and temples like Vithala temple and other temples in the area to collect important information. In 1856, the first photographs and the maps were prepared about the area, and soon we were able to discover that it was a lost empire because it was sacked in 1565 after the invasion of many outside kings. Main literature sources which we have is from the Telugu, Kannada, Tamil and Sanskrit literature which we have found in the area. Rayas, Nayakas and Sultans. The empire was founded by two brothers, Harihara and Bukka, in 1336. He were succeeded by several lineages. There were many kingdoms surrounding the empire. They were the sultans of the Deccans, who were also known as Ashwapati or the Lord of Horses. There were Gajapati rulers of Odisha. The term Gajapati means the Lord of Elephants, and the kings of the Vijayanagara, who were known as Rayas or Narpati or the Lord of Men. These were the terms which were used to signify the people of the area. It was really important to see that there were also many kingdoms who had been a part of this area in the history, like the Hosalas, Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas, etc. There were also many Tamil kingdoms, and we also see a beautiful Tamil literature over here. There were the Kannada literature growing at this age. The kings usually used the Sanskrit and Kannada as their languages. The important language was Kannada, and it was used to talk to the people, and most of the inscriptions were written in Sanskrit. Kings and traders. There were several traders in the region. Most of the trade was from the Central Asia, Arabia, and the Rome. It was interesting to see that the Arabian horses were imported in this region by Saudi Arabia and the Arabian Peninsula. These horses were of a high quality. There were merchant communities who held most of the trade. These merchant communities were known as Kudirai Chetis or the merchant unions which were present in the area. From 1498, when Vasco da Gama discovered the sea route to India, Portuguese also appeared in the trading race. They were there to trade many things, especially the muskets or the guns that they imported from Portugal, and they became the important player in the politics as well as trade in this region. There were many other traders also like the French and the Dutch, but they were not able to suppress the Portuguese. Vijayanagar was also important center for its markets. The markets were trading in spices, precious stones, jewelry, and all of this were exported. It was also a time when most of the Western civilization wanted the black pepper from the South India, and it was really to see that the black pepper was sold in the rate of gold, in the exchange of gold. The apogee and the decline of empire. The empire started with the dynasty, the most important dynasty in the South India, the Sangama dynasty, which ruled in the empire till 1485. After that, it was replaced by the military commanders, which were also known as Nayakas, and the dynasty's name was the Saluva dynasty, which ruled the area till 1503. After that, it was replaced by another dynasty, the Rayas, the Tuluva dynasty. Krishnadeva was the most famous king, and he belonged to this dynasty, the Tuluva dynasty. In the 1529, when Krishnadeva died, the dynasty began to fall, and soon in 1542, it was replaced by the Aravidu dynasty, who ruled till late 17th century. Krishnadeva was most important king of the Tuluva dynasty. Krishnadeva rule was characterized by building some massive temples, gopurams, and also peace and prosperity. He also acquired the land between the Krishna and Tungabhadra, which was known as Raichur doab, and he also suppressed the sultans of Bijapur and the other Deccan areas. After the death of Krishnadeva in 1529, the dynasty became fall, and it was replaced by Aravidus in 1542. But they were not so strong. In 1565, it is an interesting story to hear that Raya, who was the chief minister of Vijayanagara, he led the forces of Vijayanagara into a battle. Raya and his army was defeated by the combined army of sultans of Bijapur, Golconda, and Ahmednagar in the Battle of Rakshasi Tangri, also known as Talikota. It was really interesting to see that the Vijayanagara Empire and the city of Hampi was completely vacant after this. It was completely ransacked. The people shifted to other cities near Tirupati, which was known as Penukonda, and the empire was controlled from there only. The city's massive structures soon saw a decline and they were in the downfall age, and literally they got vanished after some time. It was very adventurous to see that Raya tried to play off with one of the Sultan of Deccan, and they all got one and attacked the city. Rayas and the Naikas. The Naikas were the rulers who controlled forts, and the Rayas were the kings who controlled the empire. There was a system known as Amar Naika system, in which people from various classes were appointed as the Naikas of different forts or the different cities. Each of these forts was important to the king and its kingdom and had its own importance. The Naikas or the military commanders also showed their obedience to the king on special occasion days like that of Navratri and king's birthday. It was important to see that they presented many gifts to the king and increased their army, showed their army to the kings so that the king may reward them after some time. This innovation of the Vijayanagara Empire made it the most powerful empire in South India, and they were able to capture most of the peninsula of India. Thank you everyone. That's for today. We are going to make another video on this topic, that will be part 2, so that we can cover it all. It's a very vast topic and we'll make a video definitely. Thank you for your love and support. Please subscribe to this channel, like, share and subscribe.